Hello and welcome to Minerals, Rocks, and Fossil Talks. I'm your paleo teacher, Jen, and it's time for Fossil Friday. We're going to talk about Patagotitan mayorum. Patagotitan mayorum is a dinosaur known from the Middle Cretaceous of Patagonia, Argentina. Who'da thunk with a name like that? It was discovered in 2010 by Aurelio Hernandez, a farm laborer, and then it was named and described in 2017 by Jose Luis, I don't know what the Spanish pronunciation is, Carballido, and his ridiculously long slew of companions who helped write this. By most standards at this point, pretty much everything that I've talked about at this point, this is probably the most recent discovery, outside of like the really new stuff from like this year and last year that I've brought up for other things. This is the most recent one. It was found in the Cerro Castaño, member of the Cerro Barcino Formation. It was deposited in a rift basin on a forested floodplain in a fairly humid climate. Parts of ferns, conifers, and even angiosperms, though those are very rare, have been found in this layer. It is a fine-grained sandstone and tufaceous siltstone that was the result of sheet flooding, too weak to transport sauropod bones. So basically they found them exactly where they died. It lived alongside Berinchosuchus, Chibutosaurus, Genodectes, Tyrannotitan, and two unnamed abelisaurids. Patagotitan mayorum belongs in clade Sauropsida, in the clade Eureptilia, so boop, 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 that way. Then it belongs in the clade Archosauria, the clade Avametatarsalia, the clade Ornithodira, the clade Dinosauromorpha, the clade Dinosauriformes, the clade Dinosauria, then within the clade Saurischia, then within the clade Sauropodomorpha. Sensing a very long trend of clades, yes? Then the clade Sauropoda, the clade Macronaria, the clade Somphospondyli, the clade Titanosauria, and finally the clade Logoncosauria. So many clades. But there's a reason we use clades and not the other terms. You can't evolve out of a clade. And if we look closely on here, you can see that some of its closest relatives were dinosaurs like Argentinosaurus. Woo! Literally the biggest dinosaur. Patagotitan mayorum is estimated at about 102 feet or 31 meters long, 28 feet or 8.5 meters tall, close to 57 tons, that's 56 long tons or 63 short tons. And let me tell you, why are there so many tons? Pick one and just stick with it. Jeez! The holotype consists of a few vertebrae, the scapulocoracoid, the pubis, and the femur. So all the pieces that are in red on this model here. The paratype consists of the basal cervicals, a number of caudals, ischia, an ulna, and a radius. So all of the orange. Other specimens include humeri and parts of a tibia. So that would be the dark blue. Everything in light blue are the missing elements. So in typical sauropod fashion, we still don't have a head. And not any of the phalanges, the fingers and toes. Thanks for coming to today's lesson, and make sure you tune in Monday to learn about igneous plumbing systems. Have a good weekend, and fossilize you later.